Okay, so this is the last PowerPoint. It's 9 slides. It's really not much, but you do have notes to go with it. So just follow along, get those notes in, and that's all you got to turn in. So nothing too bad. And then we got a couple of activities to get done, and we will review tomorrow for the test on the 6.0 section. We will take the test on Friday, and then review game playoffs will start next week.
How does that? Can you kind of lay out?
Oh, I will after we get done with this PowerPoint.
Oh, that's perfect.
Just remind me. Okay. So cyber law that pertains to computer and computer-related crimes. Gotta love definitions from 2013. Cybercrime, any criminal activity associated with a computer. Cyber tort, invasion, theft, falsification, misuse, or deletion of information stored in the computer. And I just realized that 2013 is when I graduated high school, and in 2 years it'll be my 10-year anniversary. So I would like to leave, and I'm going to go buy a sports car. Just kidding, I can't afford a sports car.
Wow.
Midlife crisis joke. No one got it. Thanks, I appreciate that. 10 years? I graduated almost 10 years. That's crazy. It's crazy. Is that not insane?
Dude, are you gonna have a high school reunion?
I don't know. Like, my sister didn't have her high school reunion, so I don't know if like my group of people will do it or not.
Oh, we have the visitor.
Oh no.
Oh, wow,
It gives you every time.
Oh, there's no notes about it. Yes, there are. Really? I don't see that.
Right!
Give me a minute. What do you mean?
I am too.
What are y'all talking about?
It's because kids these days are lazy.
No, there's stuff in blanks. I don't know what Fred's talking about.
Are there no blanks on the notes one?
No.
Definitely blanks.
Oh, I see. All right, well, just don't worry about it then.
But let's go ahead and submit the
Alright.
assignment. We're good.
I was here making fake blanks. On the...
Don't worry about submitting. I'm deleting it. I'm going to delete it.
Aw, man.
Okay, so don't worry. If you're watching this, don't worry about it. I don't know what happened. Somehow the notes got filled in. I don't know.
It's so loud.
I'm just gonna get rid of it. There we go. Delete. Okay, back to it then. Before I had my midlife crisis and everything else. Even though I wouldn't say turning 26 is a midlife crisis, but
That's quarter life crisis.
yeah. I already had that. I bought a boat, so
How big was the boat?
it's only 14 feet. So it's a pretty small boat.
By another 14 feet, just all of them together.
Yeah.
And then you got a 28 footer.
Yeah.
You know, because that's totally safe.
I can help if you need it.
Yeah.
He's turning in the NTPA stuff. All right. Wow. Cyber spoofing. Crime falsely adopting the identity of another computer user, creating a false identity on a website in order to commit fraud. So this happens a lot on Facebook and on tons of other social media. But it happens a lot because people go steal people's Facebook profile pictures and make like they're someone else. Cyber piracy, so crime that involves using a computer to steal computer data stored in a digital format. Cyber blackmail, cyber extortion, use of information unlawfully obtained by computer to pressure someone into doing something for the blackmailer. Cyber terrorism, using a computer to disrupt a part of the national electronic infrastructure. Cyber vandalism is disrupting, damaging, or destroying a website or computer network. And cyber germ warfare involves transmitting computer viruses to destroy computer systems or files. These are all important. You will have questions about these, so make sure you are kind of paying attention to these. They all kind of make sense, though. Cyber piracy is obviously like stealing it. Cyber blackmail is blackmailing someone through the internet. Cyber terrorism is like a group of people attacking a country's like infrastructure on the internet. Cyber vandalism is just destroying it for fun. And the cyber germ warfare is giving viruses to other computers, stuff like that. All right, identity theft. It's not a joke, Jim. Using a computer to steal financial, employment, education, medical, and personal data. How to report other types of medical identity, child identity, things like that. So there's a link here in the PowerPoint if you really want to look up how to report it. But there is a reason people will steal medical and children. If you're wondering about children, child identity theft happens when someone uses a child's personal information to commit fraud. A thief may steal and use a child's information to get a job, government benefits, medical care, utilities, car loans, or even mortgage. Avoiding, discovering, and recovering from child identity theft involves some unique challenges. Again, basically the reason they would do this is most likely the child doesn't have any kind of records or anything. So it's easy to steal their identity, and then obviously the kid isn't checking on their credit score or any of that other information. So that's the reason you would go for that. All right, and there's that information again. So cyber torts. So invasion, theft, falsification, misuse, or deletion of information stored in a computer. Cyber defamation, communication via computer or other electronic device of false information that damages a person's reputation. Cyber invasion of privacy, so unwelcome intrusion, gosh, I can't read today, into the private matters of an individual through the use of a computer. Continuing on, the Computer Software Copyright Act of 1980 added software programs to the types of work protected by copyright laws. Anti-Cyber Squatting Consumer Protection Act provides a shield for real owners of trademarks and trade names, prevents people to trademark a domain name with no intention of using it. This happened a little bit early in the life of the internet. Like, let's just say someone bought the domain name Best Buy before Best Buy could do it, and then they owned Best Buy for a while. This actually happened to Hillary Clinton's campaign website for a little while.
Oh, yeah,
Her thing went out, and Donald Trump's campaign bought it, and then they owned her website for a while.
They did the same thing with the Washington football team. They were renaming it.
Yeah.
Bought out all the possible names.
Yeah, stuff like that happens, and it just now they have basically like an anti-cyber squat. If you're not really using it for something important, then they'll say, hey, you got to give this up. You got to sell
What
it.
if there's a rec football team called the Washington?
I mean, technically, it could happen. You're not wrong. Uniform Computer Information Transaction Act, the UCITA, governs law for software agreements, license formulation, contracts, and maintenance contracts. Contracts entered into electronically will be just as binding as one negotiated outside of the web. Basically, in the past, we've kind of established all these laws now, but in the past 20 years or 20 years ago, a lot of these laws had to be made because the internet no one really thought the internet would explode the way it did, to the point where there was all these transactions and things. I thought he needed me for something, but I guess not. So yeah, a lot of that stuff became a thing. We'll talk about it a little bit more in a minute. The Lanham Act of 1976 provides for the registration and protection of copyrights and trademarks. Trademark Dilution Act of 1996 attempts to protect the holders of famous trademarks from the effect of domain page registrations that tend to confuse and dilute the trademark's goodwill. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, an often amended act that pioneered the treatment of computer-related crimes as a unique offense. Lastly, the Telecommunication Act of 1996, also known as the Communications Decency Act of 1996, makes it criminal to knowingly transport obscene material through interactive computers or interstate foreign commerce for sale or distribution, gives protection from defamation suits to internet service providers. Child Online Protection Act of 1998 makes it a crime to cite operators to fail to use proper technology to prevent minors from accessing harmful material. Basically, you can be liable if young adults or children, for that matter, are getting onto harmful sites. Another big thing here, basically, though, is like you can't sell fireworks. Someone from South Carolina can't sell fireworks to people in North Carolina or Virginia where it's illegal to buy fireworks like that. Things like that come up into play. What was something else? Is my map torn?
Yeah,
It definitely is.
right now.
Not really.
It's getting close to halfway. Had it gone up into Nebraska, it definitely would have been halfway.
I mean, maybe it was earthquake.
Yeah, I think Texas.
Yeah, or maybe it was y'all playing the stupid new
I
basketball
actually
game.
don't know how that happened because we really didn't hit the money. We were in a chair. I mean, we were in a chair.
Yeah, but I told you multiple times. So I guess I'll nip to the bud tomorrow. We don't play actual games on that hoop. We can shoot, we can play pig. There's multiple things we can do, but you don't,
Well, other games just have to be.
pig, horse, other
Around the
things.
world.
Anyway, that's the end of that. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna stop the recording. No one watches these anyway. Have a good day. Adios.